The other day, these photos made their way around the internet, and they're supposedly leaked photos of the upcoming RAZR foldable phone, or Motorola's new flip phone, and it kind of confirms stuff we've seen before. We've seen renders and concept videos of this particular device, but because of the recent hardware issues that the Galaxy Fold has shown, it made me look at this device more critically. It made me look at this in a completely different light than I did before, because when I originally saw the first kind of leaks of the foldable RAZR phone, I just thought it was, it's another foldable phone. But now that we know how fragile these folding mechanisms can be, it makes me look at this Motorola product with a different kind of interest. So last year in the fall, there was a blog that showed a Motorola patent for foldable screens. And with this particular patent, when the device folds up, the part of the display that's closest to the fold will curl up a bit to alleviate some of the pressure on that fold. It's actually pretty cool. Like on foldable displays, you can't just bend them right in half, like creasing a piece of paper. You can't fold them completely flat. There does need to be a bit of a gap. So a few weeks ago, there was a demo from Sharp where they were showcasing something really similar to this design. Now this is just a display demo, right? It's not a functioning phone, it's not a functioning anything, it's literally just a display panel, but it is an AMOLED panel and it's foldable. But this display uses a very similar folding mechanism to that Motorola patent. So in my mind, this kind of mechanism fixes two issues that the Galaxy Fold has. So for one, because of this mechanism, you don't need to leave a gap in the device, or at least not as big of a gap as is present on the Galaxy Fold. And the second thing is that I don't think you need to have a crease in the middle of the display. So one of the most noticeable characteristics of the Galaxy Fold is that crease right down the middle of the device when it's open. But on this device, because of that curling mechanism, the crease doesn't seem to be as prominent, or at least it doesn't seem to be in the demonstration. And obviously we don't know what long-term use is like, and maybe the demonstration is using a particular type of panel just to hide the crease, but it doesn't look evident in that video. It actually looks cool to me how the panel kind of retracts into the casing to create that loop. So my initial impressions of this folding mechanism is that it seems slightly more practical than what we see on the Galaxy Fold. There's just less stuff moving around, there's just less stuff that can go wrong. Obviously we're not seeing the internals here, but just by nature of how this would work, it just seems less fragile. But folding mechanisms aside, it is a very different phone from what Huawei and Samsung have to offer. So with the traditional, I say traditional, but these things are all brand new. With the Samsung phone and the Huawei phone, you're taking large phones and opening them up to even larger phones. Like they're basically tablets that can fold into large phones that fit into your pocket. But with the RAZR phone, you have a relatively large display that folds in half to create a more compact experience. But even when it's open, it's just a different type of usage experience. Like it's a one-handed device still, unless you put it in landscape mode, and then it becomes this ultra wide display that may not have as much utility. But folding phones are definitely coming down the pipe, and I'm curious, where do you guys stand on this? Would you rather have a phone that opens up big to have a bigger screen experience, or a phone that folds in half so it's a little bit smaller, or just screw folding phones? We want the regular slabs that we have right now. But let me know. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. See you guys next time.